Well, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening wherever you are in this world today. I am going to be sharing another batch of Bibles here for you. This is May the 15th, and I completed a batch before this one that I did not post any videos of. So there was one person that commented on a photo and said, "Where's the video for this month?" And I didn't have one because I just needed to get them out. So today I've got a little more time before I box them up and get them going. So I'm gonna roll through a few Bibles here with you. This is a really kind of crazy, just lots of variety in leathers and just all the things. So yeah, here we go. Starting out with some Sakota goatskin on a NASB compact, NASB 95 compact Bible. I think it's the 95. Excuse me, 2020 is the 2020 edition. Large print compact Bible. Full yap. I had a customer say, "Could you make this look like one of your previous ones?" I had a Bible, it said all authority on the front, but they wanted Holy Bible instead. And so we got that, got the full yap, the gold perimeter stitching, just a very simple spine stamping with raised hubs. And these have the tooling around the hubs as well, which was a nice touch. And red ribbons. Here comes some red liner right there. Kind of bright and shiny. And I put my logo there on the liner on the inside. So that's a fun rebind here. Opens pretty well, opens pretty flat for such a small Bible. This is about the same size as like the ESV personal size reference. So a very familiar size. And yeah, heading home today. See where I can set these. All right, next up, we have a well-loved, a New International Version, thin line, just a well-worn Bible, and used for study and teaching. And this is a special one to rebind. Very simple, Bordeaux. It almost looks really black in this light, but it's the Bordeaux cowhide, and just simple spine stamping. No perimeter stitching on this one. Just regular, basic. This is the basic, one of the more basic styles you can have. 2 ribbons. A rebind like this is gonna come in at about $250, and it's a small Bible, and basically all that covers is this whole thing. So this is just a really good example of what a basic rebind looks like. So semi-yap, no perimeter stitching, edge line rebind, lambskin liner, cover, whatever I have in my stock, and ribbons and stamping. So just real happy with how that one turned out. It should be good for years to come. So next one is a ESV Heritage, Heirloom Heritage Bible. Heirloom Heritage. I always want to add the extra H in there when I say it together, but that's not how you say it. We got the English language is really great, in that you say heritage, but the H be silent in heirloom. So, anyways, this is one of the this had a goatskin cover on it, so it's got that nice silky paper. I love that paper. That's some good stuff there. This is in walnut, Badalassi, Carlo, wax Phillip cowhide. Basic spine details, navy ribbons, navy lambskin liner with a navy end sheet there, and just a semi-yap on this. So this is also a pretty basic rebind, except with that perimeter stitching, which is gonna cost a little extra for the time and everything. But semi-yap, everything's pretty basic on this. I did the liner gilt line there, and then I have that tooling line right there on the outside just to go around. So this is the basic bells and whistles version, I guess, if I can say that. So anyways, great little Bible to read with, study with, all that. This one I hesitated to video, but here we are anyways. This is for a friend. He knows who he is. You know who you are. This was a test for this leather. This is Steve Siegel's new British tan pull-up goat skin. I think it's super cool. It is super awesome. It is kind of, it's not necessarily an answer to Battlelassie Carlo, their waxy cowhide, but it is it probably kind of is an answer to it, or just a goat skin option if you wanna go with a goat skin. So this has a little bit of a chalkier feel, if I may use that term. Still a very pull-up, a pull-up cowhide look, but in goat skin. Just, kind of a classic bookbinding leather is the draw to this. So I really like how this turned out. This is a New King James Version, the personal size reference sovereign edition. Have a kind of dark green liner here. Almost it's not a camo or even like an army green. It's somewhere in between sage and army. I feel like this is more a sage here, and these ribbons are kind of sage green, so went with that. And then I have a lighter sage green stitch around to kind of match these ribbons. A lot of classic Bibles have the red art gilt, so that's what I put on this one. And it is a nearly full yap. It's thicker, kind of a thicker Bible, so I wanted to give it a little bit of substantial stuff, but not full all the way, to kind of showcase what this leather can do. So the lambskin I use with this is a little bit thicker, so it has a bit sturdier of a feel to it. When you pair a thicker lambskin with kind of this pull-up goatskin cover, it's gonna be a little bit thicker feeling, and a little hate to use the word stiffer, but just a little bit more substance there. But still pretty lay flat, and of course that right there is not always the best, but that'll break in over time. So very cool. Got that Jerusalem cross there on the front, and then gold stamping there on the spine. Tooling line and a gilt line on the liner there. Gold gilt line. So very cool one. Very cool. All right, let's keep on trucking. This is the Tim Wildsmith edition, is what I like to call it, because Mr. Tim was very kind to purchase a Bible with this design off my website, and a lot of people have asked for it because he's a very influential guy in the Bible world, and so this was no different really. A customer wanted to recreate that, and so I did with an ESV large print. Not reference, large print. Where's that page? There's that page. Large print personal size edition. A little bit bigger than the personal size reference because of that large print. And you see this is pull-up goat skin on the spine. This is the just the dark brown. I keep shaking my table. Sorry about that, y'all. Holy Bible ESV, and then my logo there on the bottom. 3 brown ribbons, full yap around this. And I've got navy Levant goat skin on this outer piece. I usually do Capra granulosa. The color is very similar. I would say this is an upgrade in leather. This is just a little bit nicer. It's a little bit more costly of a leather. And the only reason I used it is because I was out of Capra granulosa at the time. So, but I think it looks pretty nice on there. Nice big grain and everything. Did the seam stitching here in brown, dark brown. Same thing for around the hole of the rebind. Brown lambskin liner with that gilt line, and then rose madder art gilt on the pages. And here's what that text block looks like on the inside. Just when you think of a Bible, I feel like this is what I think about. I think about double column, kind of large print, not much else. This is like, I don't want to say this is a basic Bible, but like this is kind of the stereotypical look to what you need in the scriptures to just read through and learn. It's got a little bit of margin there so you can write, but it's really good text size. So if you have somebody who's getting a little older that needs to see a little bit easier in their Bibles, that's a great option in the ESV. All right, right here, this is the Orthodox Study Bible. Really cool. This is a similar goat skin to the rose brown. It's a version of it's a Sakota goat skin, brown. I can't remember the exact number or name of it, but it's almost the rose brown color. And so Steve has a little bit more of this. The rose brown is out of production right now. Hopefully it'll come back. We'll see. So did a tooling design here, and it is a semi-yap. I've got the kind of double tooled Allen-like edging, and then I just did tooling on the edges there. This is the Ancient Faith edition, and I did a gilt line on the inside. I can show you that right there. Gold ribbons, and yeah. Really like this this shade of Sakota leather. It's really pretty. All right, set that one there. All right, another 3-piece. I did one similar to this a while back. This is a NIV, I believe Thompson chain. Yeah, Thompson chain reference. Really nice size of a Bible. Honestly, I haven't rebound one of these before. It's I think it probably was printed. Oh, I can't imagine when it was printed. I'm sure someone who's a more studious on these things knows. Kirkbride, 1983 is the copyright, printed in 84. So these are really nice. I do like this layout and this style. The leather on this is Capra granulosa, red Capra granulosa on the outside, black Levant goat skin on the spine there, basic spine stamping. Put the Jerusalem cross here on that, kind of a cool feature. We have contrasting stitching, the black on the red and red on the black. Pretty sharp. And then the red ribbons. I did this, the gilt was in decent enough shape that I was able to kind of give it that red tint with some dye. And here's that layout there. I think that's just the classic Thompson chain layout, but this is a little bit smaller of a Bible than a lot of the Thompson chains that I've had. So I do like that. I do like that a lot. Semi-yap on this, and yeah, heading home today. Let's go to the next one. Here's another smaller one. This is a NASB thin line edition. 77 NASB, and it has got the double column text, center column reference, red Capra granulosa goat skin, just the basic tooling on the spine and basic stamping. This one has no stitching as well. 3 red ribbons and a red lambskin liner kind of to match in there. This one had I won't say severely glued spine, but it was more glued than a lot of spines that I've dealt with. It was like, when I took it out of the cover, it was like grooved, and it had glue, like hard, like tacky glue, like down in the grooves of the block, or of the spine. So I ended up really sanding it down with a Dremel tool, and then kind of cutting new grooves to put the PVA glue that I use, and it's made it easier to open and more lay flat. It was when I had put my original spine backing on it on top of like what was there. I got stripped it off with a hot gun and things like that, but it was like it didn't want to open hardly at all. It was still like this, so I took all my other stuff off and redid it, and thankfully it's a lot more readable now. So this is such a pretty color of red, and a really nice, just a nice grain that reminds me kind of that Skyla grain. So all right, nice. So got some bigger Bibles here. I always stack them small to big. So this is Badalesi Carlo waxy pull-up in cognac. This is an NASB open Bible, and printed in the 70s as well, or maybe right around the 1980. And yeah, it's got that cyclopedic index there in the front. Classic. And then we have the text here. Very, very nice. Semi-yap on this, matching perimeter stitching, basic spine stamping with the blind stamping there, and a nice navy liner to kind of pop, and that navy lambs or navy end sheet right there as well. So, and then this is for the husband of the group, and then this is for his wife right here. This is kind of a his and hers, if you will. And this is also an NASB from that same time. This is not an open. This is the NASB reference edition from Collins, and it is a single column. My grandmother has one of these, very similar, that I rebound a while back, with the single column and the references on the outside. Really, really fun to use those, and just go searching for references and go down the rabbit holes and things like that. But very similar to this latest one. This is in walnut, Badalassi Carlo, not cognac. We have the blind stitching, blind stamping on the spine, the matching stitching. So this is a dark brown stitching, and then I have a gold, green, and burgundy ribbon, and then a burgundy inside liner, and then end sheet right there to kind of go with that color. So if you're wondering what colors to go with, these are good options. I always like doing a nice contrast. So if you want to contrast it even more, step it up a bit. You can even, if you want to do perimeter stitching, that burgundy color or navy color on something like this, that's always fun. So let's see, I got 3 more here, and these two kind of go together. This is in the cognac Badalassi Carlo. It is a King James version. I do know that, but I don't know which edition. This is Schofield Study Bible edition. I thought that, but I needed to be sure. So there's that well-known layout right there. This is a good, well-used Bible. It's got a lot of notes in it, which is awesome. Getting back to work here soon. So semi-yap on this, black liner in there, and that perimeter tooling on the outside, and basic spine stamping, blind stamping on that part, and matching perimeter stitching there. So this is a nice looking piece of nice looking hide there. Just a good feel to it. And then to go with this one, the customer also had another King James Life Application Study Bible, and I get a lot of Life Application Study Bibles. Probably the most rebound. If I get something that's used, it's probably this one. The Life Application the binding always comes apart on these because they're glued spines, and they get used a lot because there's lots of good things in here. So here's that text layout right there for you. Just a big old Bible. This is in black Capra granulosa goat skin. Same color ribbons on the last one too. Black, red, and cream. Basic spine stamping there. Semi-yap with the tooling line and matching perimeter stitching there. So these will be heading home soon. All right. This last one is an open word. No, not an open word, a keyword. Keyword study Bible. Hebrew Greek keyword study Bible, NASB. And this is in mocha, Levant, goat skin. It's a pretty beefy Bible. But look at that grain. I mean, that's cool right there. That's what we're seeing. That's what us rebinders are seeing from this Levant goat skin. It is nice color brown, pretty dark. Got the 5 solas on the spine there. my logo down there at the bottom, so there's, you know, a good bit of room that all that can fit, and then this gold perimeter stitch. This has Theanostas on the front in Greek, and then the Cairo underneath. The text looks like this. Lots of underlined, kind of pre-underlined things that lead you to go down to the study notes and learn about more of the text and language and original meanings and all the things. So lots of good notes in this Bible. So that concludes, unless there's something else over there, that concludes all the stuff today. And I appreciate y'all watching along. I will do some more of these as I go. Again, I'll repeat the schedule. Lord willing, is still in place to reopen the wait list. July, August, somewhere in there. Probably more August, kind of itching towards then. And looking forward to getting back in the swing of a wait list and everything like that to keep doing some orders. So God bless you guys. Thank y'all so much. Have a good day.